So, hello again. Today I'm going to take you through a little walk through the supermarket. Now, I've chosen to do this in Lidl today because one of the criticisms many people have about living in Denmark is how expensive food is. Now, you can get food at a cheaper price by coming somewhere like Lidl or Netto or Factor, or next door to here is Rema 1000. You don't have to go to all the expensive supermarkets, and the food is more or less the same in many of these places. So I thought I'd take you on a little walk through the supermarket today. Now, as you can see, there's plenty of fresh fruit and veg in Lidl, and a lot of it actually comes without plastic packaging, which is really refreshing because I think we have such a huge issue with one-use plastic. So it's nice to see, although there is still plenty of it in plastic, but quite a bit of it isn't. In Denmark, a lot of people for their lunches will eat an open sandwich where they will buy some sliced meat and put that on top of a piece of rye bread. Now, very, very popular here, let me find one, here we go, is something called liver pastai, which is basically like a baked liver pate. That's super, super popular. Many people will eat that. Also, different types of sliced meat, which you can see here, and also what I call wet salads, but I guess they're sort of like a coleslaw type thing. This one's a ham salad. It comes in a tub. You have egg salad, tuna salad, so you can't see that there, tuna salad. Lots of different kinds of salads that are wet, which again you would put on top of your rye bread, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And I made the joke in the video about bins, about how they specified herring jars. So here's some marinated herring. Again, very, very popular here on your lunch table. So if we go slightly further down, go around this gentleman, go down here. Now you can see the kind of bread I'm talking about that you would buy. Something like this, or something like that, which is rye bread. When I first moved here, my neighbour joked to me and said that you can eat as many Danish pastries as you want as long as you have a slice of this every day. I'm not sure how true that is, but yeah, so that would be the kind of bread that you would buy. You'd put your pole, which is your topping, on it, and eat that for your lunch. Okay, now onto dairy, which is something that appears to be a foodstuff that confuses people when they first move here. Now, what I'm showing you at the moment is yogurt. Now, yogurt comes in a big 1 litre carton in general. It is possible to buy some smaller pots. Here in Lidl they sell them, but in many of the supermarkets, the only small pots you'll get will be ones like this that have a muesli on the top to add in. But generally, yogurt comes in these big 1 litre cartons, which, as you can see, clearly state on the front, yogurt. This one's got forest fruits, that one's strawberry and rhubarb, and this one, it calls it pouring yogurt. So that's what you do. You get a big carton of yogurt, pour that into your bowl, and then you would eat that. The next bit of the video, because it's not in this fridge, I'm going to talk to you about milk, which you will see is in a similar carton, but is obviously very different. Okay, now on to milk. This was kept in a different fridge, so I had to go over and get it from there. But as you can see, we have 4 distinct types of milk in this country. They come in litre cartons, just like the yogurt does. So that's sometimes where people get confused if they're in a hurry and they don't read things, or they don't understand, or it just looks different from home. So we have 4 different types. Strangely, I couldn't find like the matching one of the family for that one, but anyway. So first up, you have school milk, which is 0.1% milk. So that's the lowest fat milk that you can buy in Denmark, and it always has, doesn't matter who's produced it, it always has a grey packaging to it. The next up is mini milk, which is 0.4%. Next, oat milk, 1.5%, and finally soy milk, which is full fat milk at 3.5%. Now, you may be used to, whichever country you've come from, perhaps not knowing about these percentages. You're used to skimmed, semi-skimmed, full fat, etc. But it makes it super simple because you just look at what the percentages are, and then you know what fat you want, and you choose from there. Now, I've moved next door to Rema 1000 to carry on the video because Lidl didn't have everything I wanted to show you. But this is the beer aisle in a Danish supermarket. A lot of this beer is Carlsberg or other local brands. Carlsberg 1883, this one here, I tried that at the weekend. Apparently it's some kind of special brew that they only make for a couple of months in the year, and it's made from the original yeast, and it's very delicious. So you've got Carlsberg, you've got Heineken, you've got Royal, which is another Danish brand here, Nordic, which is a non-alcoholic beer, and that's a super light beer. Carlsberg, so you've got plenty of different types of beer to choose from, and what you'll find is it's actually pretty cheap. Wine is expensive here, but cans of beer are very, very, very cheap, and it's a great way if you are on a budget and you want to save a little bit of money, but you want to have a beer with friends. Just buy a 6-pack and head down to the park or the beach and enjoy your beer there. In the video I showed you rye bread. Most supermarkets, in fact, generally will have a kind of fresh baked section where you can buy a proper, as we would call in England, a nice loaf of bread. So you can get sort of baguettes, brown bread, you've got your rye bread there as well. You've got some basic pastries available in here. And also you can see that after 8 o'clock at night, in the supermarket here, the bread is half price. So that's great if, again, you're on a budget. You can come in and you can grab yourself some bread, probably for the next day, maybe warm it up in the oven and it will be just as nice. So I hope you found this video about supermarkets useful and interesting. Please do subscribe to my channel so you can get updates when I post up new videos, and also let me know, did you find this useful? Was there something else you wanted to know about? Anything you want to know, just leave it in the comments for me and perhaps I can make a video for you.